Hey everybody, this is Dan for GemmyD on Cars, and I hope you are coming from my previous video of a walk around of this. This is a 2021 Audi Q5e. This is essentially a Q5 hybrid. We have a 2-liter turbo 4-cylinder engine, 248 horsepower, plus a 14.1 kilowatt hour battery pack for a total output of 362 horsepower. Now in this video, we're going to take it for a drive. Now when you start it, it is completely silent. So take a listen to this, or not listen, but it's just very quiet. Ready? Right there, it is on. You don't hear an engine start up. So we have 385, I think, miles of range, 380 plus 14 miles of electric only power. So let's go for a drive. Now it is currently 95 degrees and I have the heated seats up the whole way because it is just so hot and I'm sweating like a maniac. We are taking off in relative silence in the Q5e. I don't know what that thing is chirping at. So I've driven this car a little bit already and my first impressions are good, meaning that this is still an Audi Q5 that has the refinement and the smoothness and the sort of German engineering that we all expect. I mean, I've been an Audi owner for several years now and I absolutely love it. This car is essentially the same car as mine plus a battery pack. Now it is just interesting because we have 14 miles of electric only range and there is a button right there that says EV mode only. So I'm going to take that off just so we can go in full attack mode a little bit. So it says e-tron mode auto hybrid. So it is very seamless. That is one thing I really enjoy about this car, is that it goes between battery power and gasoline engine power very seamlessly, which is exactly what you want, because you don't really want to notice how it changes with that, and it does not at all. This has Audi's updated infotainment system, which I like. I almost wish it still had the little click wheel on the bottom to go through all the menus on the screen. Now this is just a touch screen, but it is a bigger touch screen, that's for sure. This is 10 inches compared to, I think, my car's is 8 inches. Now, when we get to the POV view, I will show you how the tachometer looks a little different in that it shows like your power percentage that you're using. Like you can show, like you can say like, hey, I just used 75% of the power. So, ooh, there's a big Bronco. Oh wow. Anyway, so this feels exactly like all the other Q5s, which is a good thing. That car is perfectly, usable as my wife's daily driver here. Let's just give it a little gas right here. That's max boost right there. Wow, I mean, it is definitely like a gentle surge of power. It's not gonna like hit you over the head. Now, I noticed, or I mentioned in the other video, this car and the performance version of the Q5, which is the SQ5, are similar power, but they go about doing their things very differently. All right, let's just give it the beans a little bit. Yeah, it's weird. There's really, yeah, that power gets there quickly, and you can tell the electric power sort of helps get the power down to the ground like faster. But yeah, this is way faster than my car with the 2-liter 4-cylinder only. Oh yeah, this is an Audi. This will handle very nicely. Yeah, I love this car. I love my car that I've owned, but this sort of adds a little bit more versatility to it and more tech oriented. Now I said that too in the other video. If you're in the market for a car of this price bracket, you can get this, or for only $1,000 more to start, the SQ5, which is 350 horsepower. So this is more horsepower, but that is, from a twin turbo V6, and this is only a turbo 4 with the battery pack. So you almost have to decide which you are prioritizing, if you want an SQ5 for performance or you want this Q5e for like all-around usability and still have the style that Audi brings to the table, but also a little bit better gas mileage. We've come to the section of the video where I'm just going to give it the beans again, and it's kind of funny. It is, electric cars are virtually silent, and this being a hybrid, it is still silent too. What is that? That's a new Corvette. No, that's not a new Corvette. Okay, 3, 2, 1, go. Yeah, you can definitely hear the 2-liter kick in. That's honestly the first time I've heard that engine kick in was when I just sort of gave it the beans right there. Like down low, you can feel the electric power start up right away because we know the power is sort of seamless, and then you could hear the engine, but it feels very punchy. Right, here we go. This is still pretty quick. Now, my buddy John said that this will go to 60 quicker than an Audi SQ5, the performance version. So that is one thing to say too. This is quicker, you know, but it doesn't have the sort of sound and the sort of flash that the SQ5 would have. So I'm down to 12 miles an hour of EV range and 375 of normal range. So I still have 387 miles period to go. So it makes a compelling argument as to what this is in the Q5 range, because there's the 2-liter like I have, then this hybrid, then the SQ5. And I think, if I'm completely honest, like, this is a great car. I think I would prefer the SQ5 over this, just for the simple fact of the sound, because that car sounds very good, and this car is it's very nice to drive. The steering feels great. It's just you don't hear anything. I mean, that would be something to get used to, because if you would have to pick between the two, I mean, the one that sounds better, I think, would be the more compelling argument. Now, I have to mention, I borrowed this from Audi Mechanicsburg, who is a fantastic dealer where I got my car and where I borrowed this car from, and I enjoy it. I've enjoyed doing work with them. All right, let's give it the beans one more time. Yes, that is seriously quick. Now, I think the 0 to 60 time would be about 4.8. I know the factory claims 5.0, but I think it would be quicker than that. All right, now I'm stopped at a light, and we can see what it is like to do a POV drive. There's the bigger 10-inch screen. You still have the same shifter down here. We'd still have the same paddles. It's still the same generation of car, but it's just been updated to fit in line with the other Audis. Like the Q8 has the big screen and the infotainment system like this with all the tiles right there. Now, this is the tach right here. It shows you how much power you're using right over there, and your speedometer over there. And I still like the virtual cockpit. That is a 12.3-inch system. That is one of my favorite parts to use of my car. So let's go for a drive. So this is what it's like to drive the Q5e. Now, you still have the same, I love the steering wheel, it feels so nice in your hand. Yeah, we're gonna try to get on the highway and give her the beans a little bit. See, that handles decently for a mid-size SUV. Now, I did mention in the other video that the redesigned BMW X3 has just come out, but the styling is honestly kind of weird looking. I don't think it's like, I don't know what BMW is doing lately with like their 2 Series. That just sort of has weird looking design lines, and the X3 is no exception either. Go ahead, buddy, you can do it. I think this refreshed Q5, I think, is still a better looking car for sure. Look, when I just got off the gas, it went down into charge over there. That had sort of like a regenerative braking type of feature. But yeah, you can tell. So as of right now, I'm using less than 25% of the power, you know, because I'm just driving around town a little bit. And we're gonna get on the highway right here, but give this guy some space. All right, let's see how much of this power reserve we can do. There is somebody. Okay, we're give it the beans. Ready right now, go. That's max boost. Give it all you got there, buddy. Come on, man, go. Hit the gas. I need to get by this guy. That's how you make a pass on the highway. Yeah, that power is, you know, readily available. That was very, you know, that's quick. That was, you know, 60 to 85 in no time at all. And just a quick jaunt on the highway. So yeah, Audi, I think, continues on their streak of making a solid SUV. You know, someone like me that has the size, I love the size of the Q5. I think if I had a bigger family, I would consider something a little bit bigger, but that car is perfect for us. And this, I'm excited to get a chance to go over this refreshed, you know, redesigned, you know, mid-cycle refresh of the Q5, and I think they've done a great job with the, you know, updates to the front and rear fascias and all that. So that was just a little quick drive on the highway. Now let's go back to home base and we will wrap up this drive of the Q5e. All right, so this is gonna wrap up my quick walk around and drive of this. This is a 2021 Audi Q5e, and I like this car a lot. I mean, being an owner of the Q5, I might be a little bit biased, but this adds the more tech-oriented option to go with the car that I have, the 2-liter turbo. Now this one has the battery pack. this car and the SQ5, the performance version, are very similar in price and specs and power outputs and 0 to 60, but I think I'd still take the SQ5 just for the sound and a little bit more flashiness. But this is still a great midsize SUV that has the hybrid battery pack. I still have, what is it? Let's see, 9 miles of all electric range left on the car. Now, I have to give a huge shout out to Audi Mechanicsburg. I borrowed this car from them while my car is getting serviced. Fantastic people to work with. I love that dealer very much. I hope to be an Audi owner maybe for the rest of my life with my wife and I. Don't forget to go check out audimechanicsburg.com. I'll put their website right there. If you like what you see, hit that subscribe button. I got a lot of cool car stuff coming out too. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram at GemmyD on Cars. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. See ya.